What's wrong with him?
I don't know. He hasn't moved in a couple hours.
Maybe the shock of the movie was just too much for him.
Come on, buddy. Wake up.
I got it. Let's make him watch The Last Airbender.
No!
Right.
Picture of the bender saved him.
Thanks, guys. You ready to do the review?
Let's do it.
All right. Greetings, moviegoers. I'm the host of Midnight Movie Madness, and joining here for this episode is Lala and Coco. Today we're going to be reviewing Pacific Rim. The story takes place in the future where a portal to another dimension is opened at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, and giant alien monsters, also known as kaiju, lay waste to more major cities than Man of Steel. After using every military arsenal we have against these massive beasts, all of humanity unite to begin the Jaeger program, and no, it has nothing to do with irresponsible drinking. Instead, we build fighting robots the size of skyscrapers to fend off these reptilian creatures. The majority of the Jaegers are piloted by two people, where once inside, they go through an extreme process that merges both the minds of the pilots in order to become one with the machine. Everything is explained in the first 10 minutes, and the movie starts. So, yeah, I've been looking forward to this movie for over a year now. Not just because it's, giant robots and giant monsters. It's because it's from one of my favorite filmmakers of all time, Guillermo del Toro. And if you don't know who he is, he's the man responsible for movies like Hellboy, Hellboy 2, and one of my all-time favorites, Pan's Labyrinth. And for a man who's always been a very artistic and visual filmmaker, he's always done the very small budget movies, like not enough for him to convey his imagination because it's just beyond wild. And so the people at Legendary Pictures decided, hey, this guy makes some pretty solid movies. Let's give him $180 million and let him go crazy. And that's exactly what they did with this movie. What do you guys think?
I'm going to be completely honest and say I was not looking forward to this movie. From the first trailer I saw, every trailer after that, I got less and less interested because I started comparing it to Power Rangers, but I'm happy to say that I was pleasantly surprised.
See, I was the opposite of Lala. I was very excited from the very beginning.
There you go.
And the real cool thing is it was like Godzilla, but it was like 10 of them, so it was just epic. Everything looks good and real, gritty. I just loved it. Thought it was fun.
And I agree with you. Everything that you needed to know was explained within the first part of the movie, and the rest you could just sit back and enjoy the ride.
The movie has a pretty solid cast, which includes Sons of Anarchy's Charlie Hunnam, who's really great in the lead role, Rinka Kikuchi, who's also great as Hunnam's new co-pilot, Ron Perlman, who never ceases to amaze me, Idris Elba is great.
Yeah, he had some pretty epic speeches.
Yeah, he gives Bill Pullman's speech from Independence Day a run for his money. We also have Charlie Day as a kaiju scientist who also serves as the comedic relief.
Maybe some people would argue that it was a little cheesy, when they tried to be funny, but they're trying to keep it lighthearted in the midst of all this crap.
It's funny when it needed to be funny, and it got some genuine laughs from the audience.
And they didn't overdo action, too. It was every time they did a fight scene, it was, built up to. It wasn't just throwing in fight scenes and making it crazy just to be crazy.
They took their time to make some really epic fight scenes.
Yeah, dude.
You don't get any quick cuts or close-ups or shaky cam. It's just the camera just sits back and just takes in the size and scope of these giant monsters.
Especially in IMAX 3D. Holy crap. I felt like we were about to get stepped on or something.
It goes from being a movie to an experience. It's a movie so massive that I don't think even the IMAX theater could even handle it.
Do you have any dislikes?
I'm trying to think of...
You do!
You go in expecting a movie with giant monsters and giant robots. It's silly from the get-go, you already know that. But how it does it perfectly. I'm gonna go big on my score right now, I'm sorry. This is a 10 out of 10 for me.
I halfway expected it, but I didn't know if you'd go for the full 10.
At first it was maybe 9, and then the more I thought of it, 9.5, and then I was like, It's a full 10. Ah.
Yeah, without completely nerding out, I'll say that because I, went in there with probably the lowest expectations ever, this movie shocked me so much that I have, no other way to say this. It's a 10. It is a 10 for me.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes.
Well, I think when we were sitting here trying to think of stuff that was wrong with it, and we can't find anything, and honestly, it was a great movie. It's a 10.
So that concludes our show. I'm the host.
I'm Lala.
Coco here.
And we'll see you next time on another Midnight Movie Madness.
You dig giant robots. I dig giant robots. We dig giant robots. Chicks dig giant robots. Nice.
Sorry, that was really funny.